Hello, my friends. Welcome to day 23 of 30 days, 30 episodes of the Life Shift podcast. I am going strong. So today is Saturday. Yesterday, you got a little review of Wicked, which was amazing. And I have decided that it's an A plus. And I have no notes besides the fact that I have to wait a year to see part two. But today is day 23. Today's been busy. I went to the gym today, which has been a struggle, as I've talked about on this 30 days, 30 episode series where I was mentioning how hard it is lately for me to go. But I went and then I came home and I had breakfast and I got ready to go get a haircut because I got some troll on TikTok the other day telling me that I should go see a hair colorist because when I wait too long to get my haircut, all the gray on the side of my head starts showing a lot. So, oh well, it is what it is, and I don't care. Anyway, I had to rush home, and I was a guest on a fellow podcaster's podcast called 5 Random Questions with Danny Brown. And he has many podcasts, actually. He's got a few that are running now, but he's done so many in his life, and he works for the company that I host my podcast with. So it was very cool. And today's episode of The Life Shift will be dedicated to that because I think it's a really fun idea. So basically, he has a random question generator. I don't know which one he uses. And we get on, does a little intro, and then he clicks the button and the guest, me, gets to answer whatever question comes up. And so we do that for 5 questions, and then I get to ask a question at the end. And that will be out next week, I think. So next Thursday on Thanksgiving. So when you're sitting around and you're kind of bored or you're taking a break in between football games or whatever is happening for you on Thanksgiving, you can take a listen to that particular episode. So today, I am going to do a random question little episode here. I don't know how many I'm going to do, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I have 3 random question generator websites up right now. And so I am going to click the button, and then we're just going to go through a couple of them and see what we end up with. So the first one is on a site called 52prompts.com, and I can click a button and see what it says. It says, what's one country you would love to visit and why? I mean, top of my list right now is probably Italy. Although I have been to Venice, I haven't been to Italy or much of Italy or any of that. I would also like to go to Sicily because that is where a lot of my family is from. So I would like to kind of just explore all the historical stuff in Italy. If there are trains, I'd love to take some trains. I think you can go to Pompeii as well, like take a train or a bus or something there. I think that will be really cool. So that's on my short list of places to go overseas when I can save up enough money and vacation time to do that. So that was number 1, pretty easy. Let me go to this other site called conversationstarters.com, and I'm going to generate a random question. Well, the question is, what is your favorite store in the mall? Does anyone still go to the mall? Are malls still a thing? I know we have a couple malls around here. There's one big mall, the Florida Mall, which is a little bit far from me, but it has a lot of stores in it. And I think it stays in business because of tourism. I think a lot of tour buses go there, and the Apple Store is there. We have a mall close to us that has a movie theater in it. And I think that's the only thing that's really surviving in that particular space. So I don't know. I would just like say, let's change that to strip mall. And then I would just say Target because I really like to go to Target. And I've just recently started going like on Sundays and just kind of walking around and seeing what's on clearance and that kind of stuff. So, but malls, what kind of question is that? All right, let me go back to the other page. What is an unusual family or national tradition I have? We don't have any. So that's a really exciting one for you. I know that you're probably going to be telling everyone my answer to that, but I don't have any traditions, especially family traditions that I do. So nothing unusual there. What is your favorite party game or board game? Also, this is something to get to know me. I'm an only child, although I've had step siblings in my life. I grew up as an only child, essentially, and I did not like games, or I didn't grow up playing games because it was just me. My grandmother would play every once in a while with me. I don't really remember playing games with my father or my mother, but my grandmother would try every once in a while, like Hi Ho Cherry-O and Candyland and those kind of things. But I really don't like games. And you can ask all my friends. They just know that I don't like games or board games. But sometimes I will play games with people if everyone wants to do that. And a little fun fact is that oftentimes I end up winning, which then makes them really annoyed. But there's another question for you. All right, let me check one more. Okay. If you were in a witness protection program, what would be your new name and where would you go? Well, this seems like a trick question, so I should probably not tell you the right answer, because what if I need to go in witness protection? Do you get to choose your own name? I don't know how that works. But I mean, I don't know. I would do something super basic. Like I feel like I would have to have like a last name like Smith, right? Because that's like super common and then people wouldn't find you. And then like first name would have to be like something very basic as well, like John Smith. And where would I go? I mean, I think I would pick some place that I would like to live, but like, can I go to like Canada? And then I'd be in a different country, but then would I be protected by witness protection? It's a good question. I don't know. But I think I would like to go to Vancouver in Canada. I feel like that's a nice place to go. I think a lot of people like it. And I believe it's like where a lot of American shows are filmed because it looks like, I guess, like American cities or American suburbs. So I think John Smith would go to Vancouver, Canada. All right, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to wrap today up. All right, here we go. If you had to have one of these as a roommate, which would you prefer? A goat or a bird? What kind of question is this? All right, so I like the questions that Danny had. They were much deeper and these are just kind of weird. But a goat or a bird? I feel like a goat would smell more, but it could do the lawn, right? Don't they eat grass and stuff like that? I think a bird would probably be more fun to have in the house, and a goat would be more fun to have outside the house. I don't know. Those are my answers. I don't know if this is something that people should do outside of what Danny does on his show, because the questions that he asked and the generated questions that he had were much more interesting than this, and they led to better conversations. So I don't know, maybe try it out, check it out. But what I hope you do is on Thanksgiving, you will check out 5 random questions with Danny Brown, because I will be a guest on that particular episode, according to what Danny said today. If not, I will update you. But in any case, that was day 23 of me answering some weird questions from some random websites. Random questions, random websites. All good. So I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday. You are getting ready for a short week next week with Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving off. Maybe you're making some plans for shopping. I am making some plans on which Broadway shows I plan to purchase tickets to on Black Friday for some kind of discounts or whatever. We already have our hotel. We already have our flights. So now we got to pick the shows and determine what we're going to see. All right, that is it. Day 23. 30 days, 30 episodes of the Life Shift podcast. It's a bonus series that I'm doing here and only like a week left. So I will talk to you tomorrow.